I'm the ghost of Ashgate Wood. At least, that's what people think. I drive through Ashgate every night, going from one end to another during the hours just after midnight, when it seems the world outside you has come to a halt. My own world came to a halt 2 years ago. Early on in my marriage, my wife got arrested for drug use and battery. I raised my daughter May the best I could, giving her my undivided attention when I wasn't at work, lying to bosses to go to her school events, even taking her on secret trips on school days. I wanted her to grow up with the presence of a loving family, even if it was just me. I don't know if I succeeded in that, but May grew up a fine teenager. I tried my best to carry her through her difficult years, hoping that she would come to appreciate it when she grew up. Maybe she would, if she were with me today. She would be 19 this year. 2 years ago, she left in her car. Not a fancy convertible by any means, but a neat used wagon that May and I had saved up for together for a birthday party that her friends were throwing. She told me that she'd be back by 10:30, as was our rule, and she'd make sure to call me if anything happened. I worked on some emails and presentations that night. I still vividly remember that I was working on a presentation on some alternative schedules at work, sipping some wine as a small treat for myself. I yawned and checked the time on my computer. It was almost 10. I wondered how long it would take for May to drive from her friend's place. Probably not longer than half an hour. She knew how to take the shortcut through Ashgate. I stretched and leaned back in my chair, telling myself that I was going to look for inspiration, which meant I was going to take a brief nap before May got home. It was a little past midnight when I sprang up from the chair. May, I thought. Had she come home, seen her father sleeping and already gone to bed? I had a terrible pain pulsating in my head and ears, and I nearly threw up on the spot. I tried to stumble towards the bathroom. That was when I noticed the cell phone ringing. It was laying flat on the floor. A cold sensation brushed my spine. What if? I picked up the phone. It was May. I put it to my ear and flopped down on the chair. May? I asked, groggy. No answer, mostly static. And then I heard her. Please. She was whispering and sobbing. May, what's happening? Where are you? Dad, I can't drive anymore. May, there's people. Static. In my car, there's so many of them. May, what are you talking about? Do you drink? talking. I've been to the trees. Listen, May. Stop driving and I'll go get you. Just wait there. I'd do this. Static. May! I ran to my car and rushed through the route that she must have taken. But her car was nowhere along the trail. Her friends told me that she'd left at 10 p.m. because her father was waiting at home. At that, I fell to my knees, wailing. The cops found her in the morning. She was many yards away from where her car had crashed and was apparently trying to run deeper into the woods of Ashgate. There were claw marks along her neck and arms, but she had been killed by a deep gouge to her throat. The police chalked it up to be an animal attack that I had exacerbated with my drunken and feverish imagination. But I knew better. So I drive through Ashgate every night, around the same time that my daughter had last called me. And if I find anybody in the car with me, if I hear any voices, I'll finally know what happened to May.